Nothing like the NBA for Turkey Day. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Quick trip here for the Kings, just one game away before heading back to Sacramento. You talk about a team on a roll, guys. This is quite a start they've had. 10 consecutive wins to start the season.
And they're trying for their second win in as many games against these guys. They were able to exploit their advantages the first time around. They're out to prove that that was no fluke.
Exactly, and confidence so big in this league, Greg. You know that. You want to keep that upper hand against teams whenever possible. You can see they've got that look in their eyes. I mean, it's time to get busy and go to work.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Strickland, he's in at point guard. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Scola. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Stevenson in at the shooting guard. And here is Los Angeles now. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, Greg, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
Here's Freak following the basket by Blake Griffin. And that one's good.
How can you stop that? With the crossover that quick, that lightning quick, a defender has to be almost superhuman to stay in front of that.
And the wide open shot from Paul. A three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Griffin draws the double. Paul goes in, and it's good from the elbow. Paul's got his first bucket of the night.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Cousins dishes to Freak. Good work defensively by Paul. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
He told me he's wary about how they'll contend with DeMarcus Cousins inside. He said he's a beast in there, no doubt about it. Size, length, strength, and a ton of skill. The talent is really off the charts with him. And guys, he knows it won't be easy to muscle Cousins away from the rim, but he said that's what they've got to find a way to do. It won't be easy.
Thanks, Doris. Sacramento with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket.
Move the ball. Stick it.
Freak with it. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
And guys, that's an alley-oop I guarantee you we'll be seeing on the highlight reels for the next few days.
Redick against Stevenson. And Zhang kicks to Paul. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shots.
That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
He's yours. He's yours.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. To the left wing. And Griffin, here we go. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 8 points for Blake Griffin.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. They spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
To show you the NBA's current fast break specialist. Fifth best, the Kings.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
And the Kings making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And Cousins kicks to Freak.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Freak. He already has 13 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Clippers in the lead. Feeds to Redick. Lots of room. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Freak kicks to Gay. Now here's Freak, defended by Paul. Freak passes to Stevenson. Redick with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Paul dishes to Jang, and stolen by Freak. And here we go, fast break. Freak's got it. Cauley Stein kicks to Freak. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And you couldn't ask for anything more in terms of efficiency here. 7 of 9 to start.
Here's Paul. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Paul's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Stevenson passes to Strickland. Screen by Cousins. Freak dishes to Cauley Stein. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Redick with the bucket.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Gay kicks to Cauley Stein. Here's Strickland. Soft touch off the glass. Freak's got 18 points.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, over that break, I was able to catch the message George Karl was giving to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach is looking for something special from him. He's usually not their main option at the offensive end, but it looks like he's going to be today. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Griffin with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Thomas is running outside Griffin. Paul is doubled. Smith with a wide open look. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game. Freak passes to Caspi. And here's Freak. He's got 18. Thomas with the steal. Passes it to Bayless. And there's the feed to Griffin. The open shot by Paul. Got it from 16 feet. And now a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
They set the pick. Griffin with the steal. Paul outside. He dishes it to Bayless. Screen by Smith. Thomas kicks to Bayless. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Strickland. And the release was before. And a word from Chris Paul, who has a little something to say about the success of a very special and influential teammate. Blake.
You know, Blake, everything that's happening.
Of course, we know that Blake would say the exact same thing about Chris Paul. You know, Chris and Blake, Griffin shares so much in common when it comes to being the hardcore Clippers their owner brags about all the time.
And you think about it, Chris Paul is not easily impressed, nor is Doc Rivers for that matter, but both of these guys have praised Griffin for how hard he's worked and how far he's come in his career.
Thanks for joining us in this Thanksgiving presentation of the NBA. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jump.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
On the court right now for the Kings, Strickland in at shooting guard. Scola out there with Caspi. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Boozer in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, way to play and attack both.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Jang. Lance Thomas comes in for Blake Griffin. J.J. Redick's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Paul in for Jared Bayless.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Now here's Freak, defended by Paul. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Bellinelli.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Caspi, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. The Clippers shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Screen by Smith. Redick inside the line. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist. Redick's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Here's Strickland, and that one is hammered home.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in this game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
He had a nice open look right there. Redick's got 11 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Bellinelli, covered by Redick. Cousins, no one around him, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And it's Paul penetrating, so the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this, for his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against New York.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And stolen by Thomas. To the inside, it's deflected. And up the court come the Kings on the break, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Johnson dishes to Paul, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Paul's been great. He's got 8 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
And it's Freak missing.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Here's Paul. And it's Freak with the rebound. The Kings trail by 12. The 3.
How are you guys going to get back in this one?
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters. But I'd love to see him try.
Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Johnson is out there with Griffin, and it's Jang in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks was superb. He ended up with 50 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy. That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Griffin on the double team. Freak kicks to Scola. In the corner, it's Stevenson. Scola sets a screen for Stevenson. Pass to Strickland. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Redick. Ball outside. And stolen by Freak. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Jared Bayless has checked in for J.J. Redick. Paul kicks to Griffin, to the middle, and Dang gets it to go. Jang's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And an interesting look here at the top assisting point guards this season. Setting up teammates, being a playmaker. One of the hallmarks of being a premier point guard in the NBA. 5th on the list, Freak.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
Screen by Cousins. Here's Strickland. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
And then for the Clippers, Jason Smith comes in for Jang, and Thomas subbed in for Paul. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Strickland.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Bayless dishes to Thomas. They set the screen. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. The shot's good from Bayless.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Here's Strickland. Rebound by the Clippers. Griffin's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 5. And Bayless kicks to Griffin. Dishes it to Thomas. Picked by Griffin. Pass to Bayless. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Griffin. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, the lead dwindling quickly here now as the turnovers have robbed them of their momentum.
Poor decisions have led to 4 points given away, and that number will continue to grow until they sharpen and tighten things up out there.
Fires the 3. And it's Freak missing. The Clippers have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Griffin. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. And that's now 19 points for Blake Griffin. The Kings trail by 7. They set the screen. Bellinelli passes to Strickland. He feeds it to Bellinelli. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The dish now to Griffin. On the pass to Bayless. All sorts of time. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. And now a 9-point Clipper lead.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Boozer kicks to Freak. Back to Boozer. Redick with the rebound. Here's Thomas. It's tipped.
Move it.
Now here's Freak. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Los Angeles leading by 9. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Strickland in at point guard. Scola out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Gay in at the small forward. Here's Strickland. Thomas with the block.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here's Freak, guarded closely. And Cousins throws it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity. Excellent game we've seen from DeMarcus Cousins. He has 14 points and a steal.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
And it's good.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
For 3. But they get it back. Now here's Freak, defended by Paul. And Freak throws it down.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it's certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Clock at 6. Paul rejected by Strickland, but he stays with it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And Stevenson's checked in for Sacramento.
The Kings with the timeout. Attention, Staples Center, please.
The Kings trail by 11. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's Paul penetrating. That's good.
And you can see when he has the basket in his sights, he's going to attack. And once he's in tight, he is a terrific finisher.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. And the basket by Stevenson.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Ball outside. Gay against Johnson. 13 feet away. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Paul kicks to Redick. There's the pick. Feeds it to Johnson. Thomas a screen. Paul is doubled. Redick for three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Redick's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Here's Strickland. No good on the three.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
The drive by Paul, and the basket good. Paul's got 7 now in this quarter.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
He kicks to Redick. Passes it to Johnson. That's a 2 from Paul. That one wide left.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Redick setting the pick for Paul. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Paul's got 9 points here in the second half. Now here's Freak, defended by Paul.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Here's Strickland. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
The Kings trail by 17. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And both free throws good from Freak. Clippers leading by 15. Here's Paul. Jang a screen, and it's Paul penetrating. Nice work there coming off the screen. Paul's got 20 points.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Kicks to Griffin. This one for 3. The shot by Paul, no good.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
The feed to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Can't get it to go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
Tonight they did a great job.